Hi guys, great. It's a new day and a new opportunity. I thank you all and I appreciate you so much for supporting and patronizing this very particular channel. Right, we all know that this very channel is well designed for motivational and inspirational speech. But on today's topic, I'm featuring race against racism, and this is part 1. It's because of the burning issues of the moment and great mayhem that has been happening out there in city of America and all over the world against blacks. So, understand today that I'm digressing a little bit from what this particular channel is designed for. This very topic, race against racism, somehow correlates with other uploaded topics I plan to deliver here in this very platform. Yes, we all know that acts of racism and being a racist are cast words no one wishes to be identified with, yet everyone that walks the street anywhere around the world pours out this very forbidding act with unimaginable intensity by commission or omission. My question is why? Why? All these things are centered on a particular race since the genesis of the world. But I want to say it here, right here. Neither in God's laboratory of creation nor from the theater of human biology, no one has different idea about the origin of human color, black or white. But all we know very well is what God said. God said, let us make man in our own image. Here is where the omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient God surpass the reasoning of mankind. So how come this color madness or color supremacy when the author of life and universe created Adam and Eve with instruction to go into the world, increase and multiply? If men and women on this planet Earth understands how love, passion drives God to design and create man, we will never, for the first time, or in the first instance, manufacture racism and discrimination against human type. In a nutshell, racism is evil. It is destructive. It manipulates the developmental process. It causes sadness, depression, and untimely death. Racism is like a cancer which has catastrophic effect on living things. We must avoid and resist it with every strength in our bone. It is now seen as a race set before Africans, which we must run to win. Why should the whole world continue to gang up against black race in 21st century in the name of racism or modern slavery? After 400 years, the first slave ship with 20 Africans landed in Jamestown, Virginia, USA. Some of them were transported to Caribbean land, where the slave masters operate coffee and sugar cane plantations. Oh my God. What a wicked world. What a wicked race. What a horrific life. I want you to know this. Their stock in trade was fellow men with different color created with the same mechanism and resemblance by God and Master of the universe. Out of avarice and wickedness, they hardened their heart without giving thought to the consequences of the evil conspiracy, subjecting Africans to all kinds of inhuman acts. And today, after good 400 years, they intensified the crime unabated, ravaging a society and a particular race. Certainly, Africans did not force their existence into this world. Neither are they the author of color. The big question here is then, what entered the wise to give birth to this demonic racism? How did they manage to produce slavery and supremacy and force black man to buy it? Through this arena of Golgotha, you can easily understand the genesis of black man's general deformity. Very disheartening. Few white men in America converged and came up with the idea that blacks are from another planet. Therefore, they should be ostracized and relegated to classless elements and be subjected to all kinds of human treatment. With the same possessive power, it became a right for them to buy and sell any black man as farm tools or domestic animal for house help. White solidarity on this verbal law was like the northern star. It went wide and became a reality. They transmitted the agreement to every white community around the world. Overnight, it became a law. Black men were humiliated and subjected to class of domestic animal. What began like a paragraph of a drama developed into a full story. Without fear of the unknown, some of the wise, with a lion heart full of courage, carried this battle to motherland Africa. Do you know what? With courage, they entered Mother Africa. Excuse me. Before you could know it, most of Africans helped them to achieve their dreams. Lion Gate was already offloading its first human cargo in Virginia Island with 20 Africans. It was unbelievable and unmanageable to realize how instrumental African people played in making dream of slavery merchants come true. Today, in 21st century, Africans come abroad. Africans whom on abroad are in pains and deep sorrow of what our ancestors did out of stupidity and foolishness. And adage says that no man has the right to let you down without your consent. Certain. Truth must be told, traditionally, scientifically, and otherwise. You hardly procure permanent solution to every human problem without dictating the root of the cause. Discrimination, tribalism, segregation, and further of it all, racism. In a simple narrative possessive situation, the same characteristics and consequences. They are cancerous and ferocious in nature. They eat every fiber of human being voraciously. And at this very junction, no African man will deny the knowledge of deadly racial challenge he encounters on a daily basis, which should be seen as a driving force that will ignite radical revolution at this very moment. Now, right now, Africa in diaspora, especially in America, need to rise up and fight this scourge once and for all. There is no impossibility in the name of God. Take it or leave it. God is the supreme power that presides over the affairs of mankind. In this name and authority, let the Africans rise in solidarity to fight and find solution for this very racial pandemic that had devastated properties and lives of our Africans. No matter the achievement of a black man, your status in America, all those things are like a feather in the wind. It might give you happiness, but it cannot erase what is already tagged to your color. If you pretend and fail, it will soon get better. You are fooling yourselves. Also, if you play ignorance of what had been happening to African race, at those things destiny bestowed on them, it means you need mental evaluation. Believe me. New generation of Africans cannot remain fools forever like our ancestors. There is an urgent need to tackle the root of this very curse. There is urgent need to rise up and be counted. There is urgent need to get extra mile to do what has never been done before, both in Africa and in American soil, also in political history. Right now, if Africans fail to think deeply and take responsibility, somehow, someone else can do it for them, and never will he do it for your comfort as a lasting solution. Remember, coward only die but once, and never in history in any black man or any black man born a coward. Africans should know that this is not the time to ask too much questions or argue on irrelevant issues concerning your status quo. You should be each other's shoulder in this very trial moment. This is a moment of peaceful revolution where no gun, ammunition, or arsenal is needed to overturn the critical situation in America or all around the world. How to make this revolution a success? Think about this. We all need to make it a success. Yes, there is no problem without a solution. I say, arise, children of Africa, and be counted. Whatever might be your class or profession, arise. Are you a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, a scientist, a politician, an athlete, a businessman, industrialist, an actor, a scholar, street worker, mother and fathers, arise. This is the moment, and this is the mother of all revolutions. This is what I want you to understand. Obviously, follow through and adhere to these very good lines. Arrange meetings in town halls, private gardens, sitting rooms, among yourself in communities, districts, towns, and states. Number 2, primary objective is to tackle the menace of racism. A constructive plan on how whites and blacks will live together without any insinuation of racism. Number 4, how to carry whatever decision you agreed on to the White House. Number 5, let every damn thing that represents racism be deleted out of American life and environment without prejudice. The worst mistake you will ever do is to let down my suggestion or class before giving thought to the convincing strategies. Head of governments in America should know this is the period to draw a contingency plan on how to eradicate the scourge of racism completely from the soil of America and to avoid the repeat of what happened after the murder of George Floyd. It took years to build America with the labor of African slaves and shape it to be a face of modern civilization. But I assure you, White House, I assure you this, it will not take more than 24 hours to put down America from that height of civilization to rubble if they fail to carry out acceptable amendment or put in place a workable law that will put racism to external death or to eternal death. We all know it was absolutely unimaginable how ordinary $20 shake the foundation of America within days of protest. Can you imagine that? Americans are the architects of racism that led to slavery, and 400 years later, in the same American soil, Abraham Lincoln brought slavery to a logical suspension, not really to an end, as claimed, because in 21st century, was racial discrimination continually meted on blacks unabated. Africans must cry this time. Africans must carry this to Republican government in America to use every arsenal on its disposal to demolish all evidence of racism in America. We all know at this very moment the forces of racism is destroyed and buried in America. Every white community around the globe will follow suit. The faster they do this, the better the peaceful the world will be. This is a wise and smart thing to do in order to sustain peaceful coexistence. Genuine democracy and economic expansion for greater tomorrow. But the people would like to ask some question. Will this be achievable or can this be possible? Or in a direct question, it says, is it possible to eradicate racial discrimination in America? I'm telling you, yes. Africa can change the story, which changes the action. Action changes the system and system the roles. It is possible. It is achievable. It is a campaign the White House should take serious. White House should take it serious. Parents and teachers should take it serious. And all politicians in America should take it serious. They are the people to take the lead, irrespective of party affiliations. It should be seen as a holy revolution where visible and invisible elements, finding the amber of racism, will be totally eliminated. Racism is no longer a national issue that should be treated with kid glove. The more you hide it or pretend about it, the more it ravages America and the economy. I need to amplify this here. There is no action without a reaction. Also, I'm sounding the warning. This very time is a golden opportunity for Americans to embrace the truth and come up to a common ground with Africans and strike out for racism and injustice. The evidence is so overwhelming that no African in America had never tasted the pains of racism. Therefore, you must invest your time and energy to fight this very racism. And there is no other time than now. If guys, you out there fail to apply this measure and race against racism, forever, Africans will pay more terrible price for being black in the white man's space. Moreover, your children and unborn children will be endangered species. Above all, they will never have a place called home. They will absolutely be in everlasting bondage. This race against racism can never be won with talk show, round table debate or discussion, protests and placards or evangelism. If you like, burn down the symbol of liberty in America, Wall Street or White House, it will never change the perception of the voice against racism or perception of voice against Africans. Rather, it will optimize the supercharged level of hatred and crazy discrimination on ground. So, my dear Africans, I am not invoking doom upon God's own country. Rather, I am so aggrieved. My heart bleeds knowing and seeing the measure of a dehumanization Africans encounter daily at home and abroad. This is a battle of ideology Africans must fight to win. The war front now is American side. You cannot afford to lose this battle. It will amount to perpetual slavery and economic pandemic. Arise, Africans. It is time to take your destiny by your hand. Delay, they say, is dangerous. No generation will forgive us if we keep waiting for God to send angels to come down from heaven to decorate America for your comfort. Never, never. However, I can let you know you have it all at the back of your mind, and you have it all in your mind that the last and final battle will be fought in our homeland, African soil. As a matter of urgency, there is a need for a birth of new Africa. We have the wherewithal to make Africa a model continent in 21st century. Africa of our dream, a new Africa, where one that has the color of black will be proud to identify with. Watch out for other topics where ideology and implementation for the birth of a new Africa will be featured. My dear, I appreciate you so much. And I thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. I appreciate your favor to support this channel.